Research Skills Exploring Scope. Triangle exercise from CCS Library Services at Spokane Community College. Here's a little pre-research exercise you can do that may help you discover what kinds of search words or search terms you want to use when you're searching for information for a research project like in English 102. So we'll start by typing in our research topic, and yours is going to be different than this one, but this is just an example. So I've typed in happiness, and then what we're going to do is explore narrower topics and broader topics. So we'll assume I'm generally interested in exploring happiness. I'm not sure exactly what my research thesis is going to be yet, but I know I'm interested in happiness. So I'd want to explore narrower terms. Narrower topics, narrower than happiness, might be happiness and music. Maybe I'm interested in the confluence of those two concepts, how music makes people happy or doesn't make people happy, what kind of scientific evidence is there for that concept, whatever I'm interested in. So that's a narrower topic I might explore. Other narrower topics, just as an example, maybe happiness and quality of life. And a little search trick here, if you're searching in library databases or even on Google, if you search for a phrase, so a string of words, in this case quality of life, which is a string of 3 words, go ahead and enclose it in quotation marks. That will make the database, or it will make the search engine, search for those 3 words in that order. So you'll search for and find occurrences of that phrase instead of finding, say, articles that have the word quality and life, but they're not stuck together in that phrase that we want, quality of life. So those are some narrower topics that we might explore. Broader topics, broader than the concept of happiness. Well, happiness is an emotion, so materials about emotions might contain information about happiness. Maybe mental health kinds of resources we might want to look at, and mental health for our searching purposes is a phrase because it's 2 words or more. Maybe psychology, maybe even philosophy materials will contain information about happiness and what philosophers have thought happiness is and what's contributed to it, those kinds of things. So this is just a little exercise you can do to explore search terms. And then once we've done this exploration exercise, we can take these search terms and use them in our research. In general, the narrow terms are terms you're going to use in searching for articles. So those are terms you can use in searching our databases like ProQuest or Academic Search Complete. In general, the terms in the middle of your map here, in the middle of your triangle, you're going to use when you're searching for books. So the library and our partner collections will have books about happiness. We may also have books about happiness and music and happiness and quality of life. Notice that there's an overlap between these 2 fields. And this one's going to overlap also. We'll make it overlap a little bit more. But in general, these are the search words that you're going to use when you're searching for books or for encyclopedias. Remember that the library has scholarly encyclopedias of philosophy, of psychology, of mental health. We've even got encyclopedias of emotion. And we might have encyclopedias of happiness. We'd have to check our collection to see if we've got encyclopedias of happiness. But those are some ways to generate search terms and some tools, some research resources in which you can type those search terms and get some research sources.